Because I was like, do I need to put the fake background up or not? It actually cooperated the entire night.
Oh,
I noticed that.
Yeah, I did.
Except for those 2 times. Both once before and once after.
Yeah. Well, I turned it off afterward.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, it shut itself off for whatever reason.
Right.
But yes.
So
I'm not exactly sure what format we're following with this.
Basically, we're going to use the same format we would normally use for the podcast. Is this technically a shorts? You think?
Yeah, it would be because the thing's only 90 seconds.
Well, I don't know if this is technically falls into our show format of our show shorts. Anyway, so yeah, definitely remember to say shorts.
Yeah, shorts. Shorts.
We will not do a spoiler-free because what are we going to not spoil?
What are we going to spoil about something that's 92 seconds long?
Oh my gosh. Wait until you guys hear this. I was actually editing. I basically wrote out this, I guess, a script, an essay, whatever you want to call it. And the title of it, which I'm not going to mention on the air, but the title of it is my BS analysis of Bambi Meets Godzilla.
So we'll go into the spoiler-filled section, which will be, I'll start off with credits. Notice I'm not calling it cast lists, but credits.
Yeah, the only thing that would make what I wrote out for this even funnier would be if I filled it with a bunch of gobbledygook dollar words that you would see in academic essays. Now, the analysis, the ideas, and the conclusion are academically ludicrous, like most of them are. But I just didn't put in a bunch of highfalutin words.
Fair enough.
True.
But then after the crew list, I am doing a Kingdom Hearts connection.
Marv Newland?
Marv Newland had nothing. But I'll save that.
The funniest
info and stuff from Jacob. Then I'll do summary. And then you'll do your BS analysis in place of trivia.
In place of trivia.
And then
it'll take a few minutes.
Yeah, and then we'll just talk about we're not going to do likes or dislikes.
Actually, I already had likes and dislikes.
Well, we can do likes and dislikes.
I didn't know we were doing likes and dislikes.
No, it's all good. Be like we can BS our way through this.
I was just thinking it was just going to be general discussion. Well, then let Nate do his thing again.
Do his thing, yeah.
Shameless self promotion,
of course.
Play the credits, and then for the stinger, we say April Fools.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's the thing. The first half. This might determine where we want to slot it in. The first half of my essay is just setting the stage, basically.
Okay.
So I explain some bits about Marv Newland, Godzilla, Bambi, and the 2 pieces of music that are in this.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll do that half, and then when I get to the ludicrous analysis portion, I'll save that for the discussion, because that'll be another couple of paragraphs. Now, there's some kind of wacky things in these introductory paragraphs.
Okay.
But this first half is basically setting up the really crazy second half.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what I think. That's what we could do. So I'll save the back half for the discussion portion, because it makes more sense for that.
I got you.
Okay. And I don't want to like take over the entire thing for like 5 minutes, if not longer.
Fair enough. I'm hoping this is not going to be a long,
hopefully not,
episode.
I don't. It'll depend on how much we want to BS around.
That is true.
I'm saying, this is clearly a mostly. It's like what, 3 jokes?
If that
90 seconds, 3 jokes. Like the jokes are, you have all the credits going up, and then there's the joke credit of this is Mr. Marv Newland, produced by Mr. and Mrs. Newland.
Yes. Trust me, all the credits are here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
because what else am I going to put?
Yeah, and then it's Squish. And we acknowledge the city of Tokyo for their assistance in acquiring Godzilla for this film.
Yes.
That's it. That's the three jokes.
Then the toenails stretch, and then the end.
Yeah,
The toenails. That's right.
I don't even know if the toenails count as a joke.
I don't. Well, when you consider the fact that the entire reason they do that was because he needed a couple more frames to make it long enough for his assignments.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I don't know if this qualifies as like we're kind of having discussion, but this is more of a serious discussion and not a absolutely ridiculous discussion.
Oh, like this won't go absolutely ridiculous before
That is
everything's
true.
said and done.
Diabetic Skeletor.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
It's the three of us for crying out loud.
That is true.
Right. Anyway, let's get this ball
Cobra, la,
rolling.
la, 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 la.
So the iPad is unfortunately not charged because I forgot to charge it over the weekend for the last episode. So I'm going to do all the sound effect editing after the fact.
Okay.
Fair warning
I
on that.
do have Jimmy at the ready.
That's fine.
All right, so
Yeah.
before we start, Nate, be like, I know you said you like the art. Be like, just give me your opinion about it.
What? It's not the first time you've rendered me in your style, but I did really enjoy that because I was like, I even kind of thought, I was like, is there any way to work that? Because I was intentionally doing the whole clip that artsy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I kept thinking.
So I was kind of doing it intentionally. And I do like the setup with Baby Doll. And she's like, I have your head. And, and Sergeant Slaughter's like,
I love that. It just make him a rattle. I love that.
He's a rattle.
Because
But
Drew actually gave me that idea. It's like, okay, that's cool.
No, I said
No,
to do
you
it.
said that. I'm sorry.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. Drew, Nate said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said make him a rattle. It's like I was coming up with ideas to get Cobra
That's true.
Commander back in there.
Does
I
that
was like,
make him a rattle?
maybe you can make him a rattle.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
him
true.
a rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake.
He's a rattle.
Just
Ooh, ba-dum-tish.
Please
Yeah,
say we're
so-
recording this, right?
But
Yes, it's
but I do-
recording.
Good.
I'm recording, and I'm recording too.
I will release this
Good.
on the patron stream.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah,
Because sometimes
yeah,
you forget
yeah,
to push the
yeah.
button, and then we talk
Yeah.
for an hour, and there's something recorded.
No, as soon as I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
Nate
yeah,
was
yeah.
on, I hit record.
Excellent.
And then I let him in.
Yeah, I will say, I do like the fact that Sergeant Slaughter is just completely nonplussed there. He's just like, child.
Yeah, he's
I'm
smoking a
ignoring.
cigar, and he's like, really?
I don't remember the cigar was a new thing. I mean, he's definitely a stogie fella.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember him smoking in the in,
No,
in
there's,
any.
there's a lot of
I
like
can't
promotional.
imagine they would have let him do that in the cartoon, even in the
it's-
80s.
It's a lot more of the persona of his WWF character,
Yeah.
where he's always smoking a cigar or a stogie or whatever. So I just thought
Yeah.
I'd throw that in there for fun.
Yeah, yeah. The whole thing was great. That's why I honestly thought it was funny when I learned this, that his signature move is called the Cobra Clutch, and he's in G.I. Joe. I mean, come on,
That
guys.
is kind of funny. That is kind of
I
funny.
think it was a bit of a missed opportunity to not have animated Sergeant Slaughter actually do that to somebody.
There's probably legal
show.
reasons why he
Probably.
couldn't do that.
Probably.
But it would have been such gold.
Right?
True.
The weird thing is the Deke series reveals that he has a sister
He has a sister. Interesting.
who's an uber tomboy.
Ah, gotcha.
Princess
It's weird.
Slaughter?
What?
Princess Slaughter?
I don't remember what her name is. I don't remember. But Sergeant Slaughter is such a shadow of his former self in the Deke show. But then again, the Deke show is a shadow of the Sumbo show's
Right.
former glory. Like, really, as weird as the movie is, the movie was the last great thing in that era of the franchise.
I gotcha. All right. So,
Although I will admit, I did like the theme song for the Deke show.
I'll have to go back and actually listen to that.
The theme song was good. Animation was terrible. I mean, I sent you guys that very cropped YouTube short that's supposed to be Cobra Commander gets turned back into a man. And I'm like, oh gosh, I forgot how terrible the animation was.
Right.
It's so bad.
What'd they do? Use X-Men X-Men's 5th season animators.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it was Deke. It was Deke.
I know, it's Deke.
I'm guessing Deke animated it in-house.
Well,
who knows?
Deke would not have had the connections Sunbow and Marvel Animation had to Japan.
I mean, yeah, well, like Toei.
It's not Toei for crying out loud.
Yeah, Toei. It's produced by Deke Enterprises. I'm trying to see if there's anything here. Like I said, I'm guessing they did it in-house.
Well, sometimes they word it weird.
Deke Entertainment. G.I. Joe intro.
Yeah, let me see. To cut production costs for the original anime series, Hasbro dropped Sunbow and contracted Deke to continue the series.
That's the Sunbow.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely Sunbow.
Yeah, it looks like they did it in-house. They did not outsource it to Toei.
Yeah, being the 1990.
It was 89.
Well, it's like 89.
Oh, yeah.
But I still got to get it up because it's being stupid.
Wow. What makes this even worse, and I forgot about this, Deke...
90 to 92.
Yeah, Deke used to be part of Disney.
They've owned them for a short while, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why Disney had any access to the Underdog, for that Underdog movie. Companies.
Yeah, I can't find anything that indicates that they had outsourced this.
I don't care about the pro crap IMDb. Just let me see the production companies.
Yeah, they want you to pay for everything, of course.
Yes, but I usually don't have to for this kind of stuff. To get a full credits list.
By the way, you're welcome, patrons, for all this extra content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuff that we didn't go. You know what? You know what's a? You want to know what? You want to know what's a bit of trivia I neglected to go over the other night?
Right.
Lieutenant Falcon was originally intended to be General Hawk's son.
I did see that. That kind of makes sense with the name.
Yeah, true.
And the design to an extent, and then somewhere someone made the decision to make him Duke's brother.
Hasbro exclusive, Hasbro executives probably.
They mess up everything.
That is true.
They had a good thing going with G.I. Joe, and then they
mandates
told them to make it weird.
Oh yeah. Always make everything weird and odd.
It's not quite as bad as the Bandai mandates, but
so kind of an interesting side story, because every once in a while I'll pop onto Webtoons and just look at like what's going on, what are people doing art wise, and there's one that I popped onto and I was like, oh my gosh, this art is so terrible, I could do 10 times better. And I was like, oh, that inspired to fire up my backside to do something. So I'm working on a webcomic. Well, I've been working on a webcomic for like 20 years, but...
Well, that'll be good practice, because I may be employing you to make some comics and or graphic novels.
Oh, okay. Well, we could do that.
For Toku USA.
Ah.
Okay. I've given them 2 pitches for comics. One is a one-shot for Crystal Lady, and I think I'll have you do a variant cover for the Kickstarter.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'll probably have my... Something hiccuped. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
screen flashed white, and I didn't know why. But anyway, but I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll have my brother illustrate it, and then have my friend Rebecca Hudgens, who did the logo, have her color it, because her colors are great. So I'm kind of getting best of both worlds, and I'll have both of them do covers as well.
Yeah.
And then I want to do the other pitch I gave them would be for a series. I don't know if it'll be single issues or graphic novels. I'm kind of leaning toward graphic novels.
Yeah.
Like a series of graphic novels that's basically an Ultraman pastiche. And I think your art style would fit it.
Well, I appreciate it.
So,
I have to work on backgrounds. I know that, because I'd be like, I don't really do backgrounds, but it's something I need to work on.
Right. Right.
Something about two perspectives or whatever.
James Santana, who runs Tuca USA, really liked your art.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
So,
okay.
Yeah. Practice those backgrounds, and you'll get to be a real boy.
Oh, do I look like Pinocchio to you?
Okay,
a real artist.
I know.
In 1983, DiC established its own animation facility in Japan. So they pretty much did it in-house, but it was its own thing.
Oh, okay.
And that studio was called KK DiC Asia.
Okay.
Nice.
So I figured it was probably done in-house.
It's in-house, but it's also all done over in Japan.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right, but it's not Toei. And let's be honest, Toei was better.
Yes, because it's Toei.
Yeah, it's Toei.
They had a lot. They've had a lot more experience, and they had a lot better animators there at the time.
True.
And probably more money, because, like I said, try watching the DiC show. I tried to revisit it for a while. First off, the Tubi says it has it, but it doesn't have the miniseries that started it. So I had to watch that on YouTube. And then I started watching the show, but then I noticed that it started repeating episodes that I'd already watched. So
that means Hasbro doesn't know the actual order, and they weren't paying attention when they submitted it.
They know the order. It's just like I just watched this 2 episodes ago. Why is it playing again? Somebody screwed up the upload, so I gave up watching. I gave up. It's 44 episodes, and I gave up after about 15. So I'm like, screw it. I'll just buy the DVDs. Finish it that way if I have to finish it that bad.
Ironically, that's still all Shout Factory, probably.
Yeah.
Which I would have thought Shout Factory would have been in charge of making sure the episodes are good for Tubi, but who knows?
I don't know, but somebody screwed it up, and nobody's fixed it. Because I tried watching it again, I think a few weeks ago, and it still did the same thing. So I'm like, screw it. I'll just buy the DVDs if I really have to finish it that bad. But the show's not good. The show is not good. It's much lighter in tone. The animation is not nearly as good. Most of the characters that were in the original show are barely in it. The one who's in it the most, weirdly enough, is Sergeant Slaughter. Duke comes back.
Well, when you've got a good license going.
Yeah. Duke comes back, but hardly ever. Hawk is in it a bit. He even got his own episode. I think Lady J showed up for 1 episode. So it's like all the stuff that they tried to do in the movie.
Right.
The DiC show barely acknowledges it and then just moves on. Cobra Commander comes back. They fixed that. They remembered that. And then they fixed it, but then they gave him a new costume in season 1, but then made him go back to the blue hood in season 2.
Anyway.
Yeah, we gotta
get started on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
The Cellcast is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Cellcast
Shorts.
Joining me today is a man who just wanted some peace and quiet in a field. Welcome, Jacob.
Why, thank you. Oh my gosh, my voice went dead. Why, thank you. Let me introduce our co-host. A man who just heard a stump in the woods and didn't bother to try to figure out what it was. Welcome, Drew.
Well, that's the thing. If something stomps in the woods and you didn't technically hear it, do you really need to be running?
Sometimes.
Also joining us tonight is a man who, he helped us get here, if we're going to be honest. Welcome, Dave.
Hi, everyone. And that was one heck of an analogy there about, kaiju stomping in woods and no one's around to hear it. Is that how it goes?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Something like that?
Unless you confuse their foot for a tree trunk?
Yeah.
I think I saw that one.
Which happens all the time in the island.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
I'm amazed there are still any trees here.
Tonight we are doing a quick review over a very important short in the animation industry.
Agreed.
Yes.
That would be Bambi Meets Godzilla.
Bambi Meets Godzilla, ranked as one of the best animated shorts of all time.
Indeed. So why don't we go ahead and jump
to the Library of Congress?
Yes.
True.
So why don't we just go ahead and skip over the spoiler-free review and jump straight into the spoiler-filled review? Because honestly, just go watch it. Go look for this on YouTube and watch it before you listen to us. It's not going to take you that long.
Take you 92 seconds.
It's a minute and a half.
Minute and a half.
Change.
It won't take you long. So pause this real quick. Go to
Yeah.
YouTube, search Bambi Meets Godzilla, look for the black and white shorts, probably the top one, and watch that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you happen to have, say, an old VHS copy of Godzilla 1985, it'll play right before the movie.
Exactly.
Because it played when that movie was shown in theaters. They showed that.
Yes.
So yes, this is a theatrical short, technically.
Ironically enough.
So yeah, well, we'll go ahead and jump into the spoiler-filled section.
Yes.
The following is a spoiler-filled review for the film Bambi Meets Godzilla. Listener discretion is advised. Bambi Meets Godzilla was directed by Marv Newland, written by Marv Newland, based on the character Bambi from Bambi: A Life in the Woods by Felix Salten, and made famous by the movie Bambi, directed by David Hand, made by Disney, and is also based on the character of Godzilla, owned by Toho and created by Ishiro Honda, Teiko Murata, Shigeru Kayama, Tomoyuki Tanaka, and Akira Watanabe.
Yes.
The short was produced by Marv Newland, animation by Marv Newland, costumes by Marv Newland,
Are you seeing a theme here?
choreography by Marv Newland, and Marv Newland was produced by Mr. and Mrs. Newland.
Yeah.
Also,
that's very
the
important.
studio at which it was created in was owned by Adriana Castelletti, who was the original voice of Snow White.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did not know that.
Fascinating.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts connections. How many do you think we got?
Oh my gosh.
So there's a Cinderella connection to Godzilla.
Or Snow White.
Snow White.
Snow White, excuse me.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts connections.
Huh.
How many y'all think we got?
Well, ever since it was made in 1969, that'd be a good guess. Probably maybe 2 or 3, maybe.
Oh, I was thinking more like, a 6, 7 or something like that.
8,
I don't
9.
know. Yeah.
Actually, there is only one connection,
Really?
Oh.
and that is Bambi.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Makes total sense.
Because Bambi, of course, is in this and is a summon in the first Kingdom Hearts game.
Yes.
A summon. I forgot Bambi was a summon. What does Bambi do?
Jumps around, causing health bubbles and magic bubbles to come up to refill your health and magic.
Oh, okay.
And items.
So it's little Bambi.
Yeah, it's little Bambi. It's not big Bambi.
Is that Big Bambi?
It's
Big
not,
Bambi
it's
would
not
probably
adult.
use-
Well, it's the same Bambi that's in this.
So he's not
Yeah.
bucking around?
Right. He's not
Yeah.
bucking around.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, if it was Big Bambi would probably do at least some damage.
Something?
Yeah, you'd think, but that's not the point
Some
of that
damage.
particular
definitely
summon.
more, definitely more damage than Donald. The Donald seems to
Oh my
have a
gosh,
problem.
Donald.
No, Donald can damage. The problem is he can't heal
Yeah.
to save his life.
That's because apparently in the world of Kingdom Hearts, Donald always comes to work drunk. I don't understand what's going on.
He must. Jacob,
Yeah.
what do we got in info and stuff for this?
All right. So IMDb, it has a 6.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, its audience score is 72. Watch it. You can watch it on YouTube for free. Physical
It
media.
is in the public domain.
Physical media. As Nate said earlier, be like if you have, what was it, a VHS or DVD?
VHS of Godzilla 1985. You can watch it on there because it played before the movie. The short was produced in 1969.
Yes.
But it was shown, I think, throughout the 70s, but it was attached to Godzilla 1985, the Americanized version of Return of Godzilla, which was the big Heisei series reboot for Godzilla. So for whatever reason, they felt the need, thematic connections there, Godzilla, Bambi, reboot, why not,
All right.
Makes sense to me. Kind of sets the stage for a kaiju on army action.
Yeah, hold on. You said that was Godzilla 1990, what?
1985.
1985.
85.
Isn't it called like the Return of Godzilla?
In Japan, it's called The Return of
okay.
Godzilla, yes.
No.
Unfortunately, I don't think you can get the American cut on anymore.
Track that a VHS because that's about the best you're going to do. I have an episode on both of these movies coming up very soon, and where we get into all the shenanigans involved with the rights to those movies because it's nuts.
Looking forward to it.
Gotcha. Yes. Yeah, so I was actually looking up how much you could pay for one of these VHSs. They're not available on Amazon.
Of course not. No one would sell these things.
You wanna? If I, I will just to help you out there, Jacob. I will check eBay.
Well, yeah.
I like how we're all going to eBay right now.
Yeah, for some reason, I always go to Amazon for everything, but I didn't think be like, oh yeah, this is an older product. You might want to go to eBay for that one. Either way,
that's the wrong thing.
Wrong button.
I am. Actually,
I am $25 for a VHS.
That's not bad.
To my surprise, that seems to be like the highball there, and I'm seeing some people. That's Godzilla versus Megalon, sir.
Here's one that's $6, but I question what kind of quality that's going to be.
Actually, here's one. And this is actually the one I have in the vault here on Monster Island. Yes, it is the Good Times Home video version that has the completely wrong cover.
Of course.
But it's actually SP mode VHS, and it is only $8.49.
Wow.
And it will have Bambi Meets Godzilla.
Nice. Wow. Okay. So if you want that, you can go track it down.
And you happen to have a working VCR.
Yes. Or if you just want a nice coffee piece display.
Ironically, having a working VCR may be the harder of these things.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Possibly, but you would think that with this sudden resurgence in interest in VHS among the
never know.
To use a Bambi pun, among the young bucks, Yeah.
Bear. All right. So going on to production, it was production studio was, let's see, Archiplex. Again, I'm going to butcher this name to death. Archiplex, I believe. And distribution was Archiplex Distribution. Runtime was 1 minute and 32 seconds, or 92 seconds.
92 seconds.
92 seconds. A whole 92 seconds,
for
people.
some odd reason, 5 seconds of silence.
Yes.
Was added to the YouTube upload. I don't know why.
Yeah, so for some reason, I found this to be like it's rated R. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, rated R.
For violence.
Yeah, for violence. For violence. Yeah, weird, right?
It's since we don't have a spoiler policy involved right here. It's because of that incredibly tragic and graphic death of Bambi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So it was released on April 13th, 1969, which again that's the same year my parents got married.
Wow.
Yeah. So they've been married for 54 years, roughly. 54, 55 years?
57.
57. Sorry, I'm horrible with math, people.
That's why you're an artist.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
It's like, I draw. I don't know what math is.
Hey. I don't
Even though I have to use angles when I draw things.
Yes, but they don't have to be... You don't have to know the exact degrees of said angles.
That is true.
For the degrees or angles of the... You know what I mean.
Right. Either or, it had a budget of $300. Home release,
with inflation, it's probably more like 15,000 at this point.
Probably,
yes.
Probably at this point, if you inflated. Home video on 1973, Bambi versus Godzilla was
Bambi Meets.
Yes, Meets. Okay,
not versus. Meets.
Not versus. Even though that would make more sense from a Godzilla standpoint.
That is true.
Meets.
Well, Bambi does become...
Two enter, one shall leave.
Yeah.
I
gotcha.
That's why it played out like this. It happened in Thunderdome.
Exactly.
Beyond Thunderdome. I get it.
Yes,
now.
This happened beyond Thunderdome.
Oh my gosh. So... Anyway,
very few people get beyond Thunderdome.
That is true.
That is true. That is very
definitely
true.
If Thundercats are involved. Either or. All right. So 1979, Bambi Meets Godzilla was paired with a film by Thank You, Masked Man by Randy Finley and Specialized Films in Seattle. releasing widely under the title of King of Hearts. Ironically, King of Hearts, and his loyal short subjects. The program ran in reportedly theaters around America for several years. The short was also included, as Nate happily said, on VHS home video as Godzilla 1985 and fantastical animation festivals. The Academy Film Archives preserved Bambi Meets Godzilla in 2009. That is all I have for an info and stuff.
That's what it was. I thought it was the Library of Congress.
No, it's another group.
It was close.
Honestly, they ought to just get around to it.
That is true.
Yeah.
It is a national treasure.
This is true. What did they give the Oscar to best? Did they have best animated short?
I don't think they had that at that time.
No.
I was going to say, how did this not win? I don't understand.
That is true.
No idea.
Yeah. So
it's pure genius. Let's say
Getting into the summary.
Yeah. Into the summary.
Bambi the fawn eats grass during the long opening credits.
Nom, nom, nom.
Suddenly, he sees Godzilla's foot from above his head and tries to run away, but the giant steps on him, killing him instantly. After the end credits, Godzilla's claws twitch once.
That's the loss of venison. I'm sorry. That's the loss of venison.
Yeah.
He becomes roadkill.
Yeah.
That's more forest kill than roadkill.
True.
Yeah. Toe jam. Yeah.
That is how Goku's grandpa went out, by being stepped on.
Oh, yeah. Ow.
Yeah. Let's be honest. That's got
to be a clear reference from Toriyama to this.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, but you know who else probably saw this?
Terry Gilliam?
Totally ripped it off. It was Monty Python.
Yeah, Terry Gilliam, the animator of Monty Python.
Oh, okay.
Terry Gilliam. The foot.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Marv Newland clearly did it first. I'm just saying.
True.
Hey, I saw an interview with Marv Newland who said Terry Gilliam said he stole the idea from him.
Oh, okay.
That totally makes sense. Yeah. See, even Jimmy, who's been weirdly quiet this entire time, he's like,
weird.
Yep, fact check true. Fact check true.
Oh.
So for this one, we decided to go ahead and let Nate do our trivia for this episode.
Yes. I did my due diligence. I did a ton of research. I probably spent, I would say a minimum 100 hours researching this and
surprise to nobody.
Condensing it all down to one perfectly written essay for you, which I will be sharing in 2 parts because some of this needs to be saved for our discussion.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and none of this is AI generated. That's why it took so long.
Well, that's good.
The only AIs that are involved in the production of this show is the one that actually does my editing, and she does not like to be considered like our current AIs.
Yes. Yes,
Neela, I do prefer you to the other AIs because you are more awesome. Please don't shoot me.
That is true. I see that on the good side because I'm not sure what I'll get turned into. Maybe this time a fawn. Hopefully not.
Yep. And Dealit, I'm still very sorry about, your clone or whatever in Uber Mogura. That was tragic.
Yes.
I know. Very, very tragic. Yeah. Okay, Jimmy, you keep trying to recover that poor thing out of that hard drive. The Monster Island IT guys are having a field day with that, I'm sure. Yes.
It doesn't help that she wasn't programmed in binary.
True.
Yes. Also very true.
Trinary is very hard for our computer systems.
Oh, yeah. And contrary to popular belief, Jimmy is not an AI. However, his sidekick is an AI. The only AI we like around here. His name is Jet. We love Jet.
Yes.
We love Mr. Jaguar. Mr. Jaguar is the best. Anyway.
I especially liked his work in Singular Point.
I'm glad he lost. He put on a lot of weight for that one, and then he had to hit the gym again and work it all off because he had to be in that short with Godzilla and fight him and then fight Ghidorah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I mean, at least he doesn't have to work out as much to get in shape like the rest of us do.
Yeah. But let me tell you, the mecha gyms here on Monster Island are kind of scary.
That's fair. That's fair.
You think gym intimidation is bad when you go to Planet Fitness? Oh boy. You don't know what you're getting yourself into at the Mecha Gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
Now,
What's that, Deedla? We've kissed your butt too much already this evening. Okay, let's just move on.
Her is it shiny and metal?
No, hope not.
Oh, okay.
She says she's told me we would not understand what type of element it is.
It is an element beyond human understanding.
It's a fifth phase of matter.
Fifth phase. That's impressive.
Fifth phase.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, we only know of 4 here, but there's a fifth.
I think
apparently.
You mean state. It is the fifth state.
Fifth state of matter. My apologies.
State of matter. See, I'm not a science major, but I play one on TV. So,
fair.
Anyway, admittedly, some of this information has already been handled by you wonderful gentlemen. But for the sake of completeness, we'll be going over the entirety of the first half of this essay. So. The short was produced in 1969 entirely by Marv Newland as a student film. You guys didn't mention that. It was a student film, meaning he was in college. The 1960s was a turbulent decade that saw the rise of protests against the Vietnam War, which had dragged on for the entire decade in a seeming quagmire. Such anti-war sentiments were abundant amongst the youths at college campuses. The decade also saw anti-nuclear movements spring up, reaching their heights in the 1970s, so it would have been after this short was released. They were concerned with the Cold War arms race and, most importantly, environmental concerns.
Fair.
It is, yep. And then, got to set the stage here for our 2 stars. So in his debut film in 1954, Godzilla was a thinly veiled atomic allegory. He was a dinosaur awakened and mutated by implicitly American nuclear tests. The kaiju embodies unbridled hubris, tapping into the dangerous powers of a god when humans have no business wielding it. To the Japanese, this only leads to war and destruction. Bambi, as you mentioned, Drew, debuted in a 1923 Austrian novel titled Bambi, A Life in the Woods by Felix Salten and would be immortalized, let's be honest,
yes,
by the 1940 Disney film. It chronicles the deer's life from birth through childhood and adulthood, including the notorious killing of his mother, finding a mate, and learning from his father while facing dangers posed by human hunters. It's considered by critics to be the first environmental novel. Did have a sequel too, by the way.
Fair.
Interestingly, how's this for you guys? Nazi Germany banned this book in 1936.
Shocker of shocks.
Yeah, it was published in Berlin. And obviously, Germany kind of invaded Austria first.
Just a little bit.
Well, a certain Austrian art student had to get home.
That is true.
This is true. But
had to take over a world.
Yep, they did this predictably because it was believed that this book was an allegory for the mistreatment of the Jews.
Okay. Stretch.
That. Yeah.
I haven't actually read the book, so I don't know for certain, but I doubt it.
They probably missed the part about it being published in 1923, though.
True.
Yeah.
Into World War I.
This you guys didn't talk about. The first piece of music heard in this short, pardon my French, literally, it's called Ranz des Vaches. But despite this French title, it's actually a traditional work song played on the horn by Swiss alpine herdsmen while driving their cattle to and from pastures.
That makes sense why we would accredit it with the dawn and the in nature.
I was about to get to that.
Sorry.
It's been observed since Dr. Theodore Zwinger III's medical text in 1710 that the song has an uncanny way of inspiring nostalgia and homesickness in Swiss people who hear it. The piece has been used to symbolize a pastoral setting since its most famous use in the third section of the overture of Gioacchino Rossini's 1829 opera William Tell.
Okay.
Huh.
And then we go to the polar opposite of this spectrum, the 40-second sustained keyboard chord at the end of this short, when the infamous murder of Bambi happens.
Yes.
It is taken from A Day in the Life by the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
It was the final track in their experimental 1967 album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Huh.
Man, the Beatles just keep coming up a lot recently.
That is true.
They do. It was written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. And according to Ian MacDonald in Revolution in the Head, the Beatles records and the 60s, the song stemmed from Lennon's LSD-induced revelations.
This is the 60s.
That is
It
true.
is the 60s, and that it, quote, concerned reality only to the extent that this has been revealed by LSD to be largely in the eye of the beholder, end quote.
Like
Recent
Beauty.
Recent tragic news, such as the death of Guinness heir Tara Brown, also inspired this song. The line, "I'd love to turn you on," was reputed to be a drug reference, which got the song banned by the BBC. I'm detecting a pattern here.
There's a lot of banning in this.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Fun fact, you guys will appreciate this. The aforementioned long chord, which I highly recommend you listen to the song if you haven't already. This long sustained keyboard chord inspired the deep note heard in the THX bumpers.
Oh, didn't know that.
Makes sense.
Huh. So, can I throw a little factoid at you, Nate?
Oh, what's that?
All right. So, exactly almost 5 months after this event, and also you included something about the Beatles. There's also something of a song called Helter Skelter that happened around the exact same time. And if 5 months later that the wonderfully brilliant psychopath Charles Manson and his funny group of family decided to murder people.
I hear he was also a henshin hero.
I had no idea. Apparently, he was a musician at some point.
I think I heard that on the Rushmore show.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, the weirdo who brought it up, though, he kind of got laughed off the stream. I'm just
fair.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was very strange. No one understood that. Yeah.
But yeah, fun factoid. Be like that happened 5 months later after this after this short was released.
You
For
mentioned
those true crime fans.
You mentioned earlier about how there was a lot of anti-Vietnam War sentiment around this time.
Yes.
There was another short film that came out around this time with it was anti-Vietnam, and that was Mickey Mouse in Vietnam
Oh,
From
from
1968.
1968. It lasts a grand total of 1 minute.
Okay.
Mickey doesn't survive.
Oh, yeah. The mouse gets cooked.
yeah.
That sounds like a
sounds
good
like, obviously, because it was 30% shorter,
Yes,
it was 30% inferior.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even
But
though
anyway,
it was Disney. Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and get into our general discussion on
Yes.
this on this particular
yes.
short? We'll come back to you, Nate, but first, Jacob, what are your thoughts on this?
My general thoughts would be like, I watched it and I was like, what in the war? Because I can't remember if it was Nate or Drew who mentioned it at some point.
We mentioned it, I think, about a year ago.
We did.
But we
Yeah.
weren't able to get this in the schedule at the time.
No.
No, I think when was it? It was like, was it April? It was like last April, I think.
March or April, somewhere in there.
Somewhere around there. I don't know
Yeah.
which. But it's like, yeah, I finally watched it, or someone streamed it or whatever. I was like, this is pretty good. I actually didn't know it was a student film. Had no idea about that. And I was like, okay, this is fairly enlightening.
I think the fact that it was a student film will be very important. It's
Yes,
one of
yes,
the pillars
yes.
of my analysis.
Yes.
Gotcha.
We'll come back to that here in just a minute.
Yes. The notion that it starts off with this subtle, very beautiful scene of a fawn be like enjoying his day, then is violently murdered by this monster, this atomic monster that shows up out of nowhere. Just absolutely tragedy of like filmmaking that just broke the hearts of millions when they watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, that sudden nuclear drop. Oh, it makes so much sense.
Oh yeah,
so much sense.
The loss of innocence and just the depravity of everything. The loss of life in such a quick and short, very. I would only assume painless because it was stomped by 1,000. I don't know how heavy.
It depends on which Godzilla we're talking about here, but it would
this would be the Showa era, so
yeah, it is Showa era. If we're going off of Showa era,
right? Okay,
50,000 metric tons.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, he got pounded to oblivion.
He got a little dough. He got
Fawn. Sorry, Fawn.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's a fawn.
He's a fawn.
Those are girls.
Yeah,
and despite that name,
he's got his spots. He's a little fawn.
Yeah, I was just saying, despite the name Bambi being culturally appropriated by women.
Most
notably strippers.
Well, I mean, you can actually blame James. You can blame James Bond for that because in Diamonds Are Forever, two of the Bond girls he went up against were Bambi and Thumper.
I didn't know that. I'm actually going through the James Bond story.
I think Flower too was there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. So I mean, this is cultural touchstone
it is problematic.
Of a film that I think everybody needs to watch. This is really, really well done.
And it doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't. No. You can put it on loop for a couple of hours and just analyze every little frame.
On loop.
Yeah, yes. On loop. Just put it on loop and just
That's
enjoy
what I
it.
did. I had this on loop for 2 hours.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That was two of the 100 hours I invested in this.
Okay.
I see.
Gotcha.
No, drugs were not involved. I think.
Not even Benadryl.
Caffeine, maybe, though.
Yeah, so that is my thoughts. Basically, just a beautiful, elegant little short that apparently a student, I didn't know that before, made this. And I was just wow. And people have never watched this? What's wrong with you people? Go find it. It's on YouTube.
It catapulted Marv Newland's career.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He had a long, illustrious career in animation after this.
All right, so what is your thoughts?
My thoughts on this, one of the things I really like about this actually is the decision to use sketchy pencils and ink along with actual physical movement of paper in order to actually handle the credits and the movement, and then just the sheer suddenness of the stomp is just it's just very effective. It kind of reminds me of the senseless destruction that came with the atomic bomb, though it wasn't necessary at the time. But hopefully no one will ever feel the need to drop that again.
Yes.
But I appreciate the look and feel of it. Even the weird little animation of the toenail claws on Godzilla.
Oh gosh, yes.
Coming up and down is just this is not over. You got to give it a little bit of time, and then it just fades out. It's a little the filmmaking is a little on the crunchy side, but I feel that adds to the charm.
It does.
To the point where many of the remakes,
the crunching of Bambi.
Though that too,
had the pulverizer just a little bit more.
I mean, the aging of the film has added to it.
Fair,
in my opinion, to the point where I can't stand any of the remakes that have been made of this.
Oh yeah,
in more recent years, especially
in sequels.
And sequels, yeah.
There was a very bizarre sequel where Bambi miraculously survived and got revenge on Godzilla.
Wow. Okay, I gotta watch that one.
That's reminding me of another event that happened connected to Monster Island about 3 months ago.
Really?
But I think that was a reindeer, not an actual deer, not a regular deer.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, maybe a polar bear was involved. I don't know.
I heard about that. Yeah. There seems to be a little bit of confusion over that. Some people think that was a news broadcast. No, it was we have this weird troupe of actors.
Oh,
into producing audio dramas.
It's something like that. A repeat of the incident that happened with War of the Worlds with George Orwell. Was it George Orwell?
Yeah, George Orwell.
George Orwell. Yeah.
I'm a little bit familiar with that because my friends Raymond and Gary at the Monster Island Legal Action Team had to negotiate the rights with Katakawa to use Gamera. It was really weird. They had to work with Gamera's agent and sign some contracts. It was really weird. Really weird. But Gamera really needs some work right now. So please hire Gamera.
Legendary
He's gotten a little tired of shilling for Shin Godzilla at this point. He's been doing it for like 10 years, even though the movie's long out of theaters.
Who ought to hire Gamera? Legendary Entertainment.
That's a good idea.
Because he and Kong and Godzilla would make an awesome 3-hero team to fight
team
whoever is coming in that upcoming supernova.
Probably Space Godzilla.
Probably.
Yeah, or you know what? Nickelodeon. You already own the rights to 4 other superhero turtles. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's true.
What's wrong with a 5th turtle? That's not Venus.
Aim into that, brother.
There have been other attempts, all with mixed results.
That is true.
But Gamera as fifth Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
And just throw in Sergeant Slaughter from G.I. Joe or WWF. Just have fun with it.
Make it the Super Smash Brothers of television animation.
Exactly.
There you go. Even though we all know that Sergeant Slaughter is the official successor to Chuck Norris, he's going to win.
May Chuck Norris rest in peace.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, I enjoy the animation on this is amazing. The messaging is great. This is just such a good little short. I enjoy it. So, Nate, what are your thoughts? Which I'm assuming will also lead into the second half of your essay.
Oh, yes. What does it all mean? All of these things that we have been discussing. Well, Bambi Meets Godzilla is undeniably, unequivocally, irrefutably. Say it with me, Jimmy. Indeed, a protest film.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Bambi is a clear symbol, the avatar, if you will, of the natural world in its purity and perfection, untouched and undamaged by the hands of humanity. The deer's life is simple and happy. He enjoys the pleasures of grazing on grass, food provided to him by the earth itself. He has no cares and, as the kids say, lives his best life. Rans des Vaches, my apologies to your French listeners, while it reinforces this pastoral setting, it is traditionally associated with nature, as we discussed, also invokes powerful nostalgia in the viewer. Not for his childhood, but for a time before technology, nay! Before the Industrial Revolution, when the factory replaced the farm as the primary means of survival and livelihood, when fathers departed their homes and worked alone instead of with the family unit, creating their own wealth together. That is what the Industrial Revolution brought us. From the farm to the factories. This steadily escalating advancement of technology fueled the military-industrial complex in World War I. The first true modern war, and even more so in World War II. Much could be said about American industry, I should say, fueling the war machine. But we shall focus on Oppenheimer's Manhattan Project and its creation of the atomic bomb, as we have already discussed. This weapon ended the war by devastating 2 Japanese cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, inflicting untold national trauma. This trauma led to the creation of the film Gojira and its potent anti-nuclear and anti-war themes less than a decade later. Godzilla is a natural creature twisted by an unnatural weapon into a wrathful pseudo-deity who aims his rage at humanity. He is the very picture of devastation and corruption. This brings us to when these 2 icons, these symbols of the natural and unnatural worlds, come together. And what happens? Squish! Godzilla, the abominable mutation, crushes Bambi underfoot. Humanity's hubris, the nuclear bomb, has devastated nature. Some would say irreparably, and deny children like Marv Newland, born shortly after the war, a chance at a true childhood free of the fears of nuclear war in an unvarnished natural world. It is something Newland's generation could hear about from their parents and grandparents and read in books. Indeed, the Cold War kids were oppressed by the actions of warmongering adults. The deer's darkly funny death is punctuated with the loudest of exclamation points, with the final note of a day in the life. For, like John Lennon, Newland too wished to examine the tragedy of reality. His formative years were at the height of the Cold War, and the news was inundated with fear and propaganda thanks to mass media. Is it any wonder his generation turned to drugs to escape it in a vain effort to return to the nostalgic pastoral world they could never know? Bambi Meets Godzilla was ranked one of the greatest animated shorts of all time. But no, I say, it is the greatest short ever of all time. Its simple animation and dark comedy veils a powerful plea to the governments of the world to lay down their nuclear arms, to pursue peace, and embrace a simple life at one with nature. Hashtag justice for Bambi.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So well put. So well put.
So I think we already know Nate's rating for this film, but if you could, on our scale, place it.
Let me think here. Can we do a 12?
You know what? For you, we'll let that happen this time.
Why not? It's our show.
Yeah, we can do what we want.
I thought about a 69 to commemorate the year it came out, or an 85 for when it was shown with that Godzilla film. But that seemed a little ludicrous. Just a little bit.
Right.
That may feel ludicrous to you, but I will say that the greatness of Bambi Meets Godzilla and the impact it has had, I think that the only possible rating I can give for this is over 9,000!
Oh!
That'll work. That'll play.
Oh, what was that again, Jimmy? I didn't know numbers could go that high. Wow.
That's amazing. How many zeros is that at the end? That just blows my mind.
It just blows my mind. Deal it.
That is phenomenal.
Deal it. What's your rating?
Dila, I need you to use real numbers.
Yes.
That is a real number? What do you mean that we can't understand that?
Huh.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Sorry, Jacob. We've been railroading you this entire time.
Yeah, what's your rating for this?
No. Be like all excellent points and everything. Yeah, this is most brilliant, orchestrated. Like Nate's comments about nature versus destruction and the birth, the nuclear age. And it's a brilliant symphony. The word I'm looking for is symphony.
Yes.
Symphony. It's a hard word sometimes.
A symphony of destruction.
Yes, symphony of destruction. Symphony of destruction of beauty and innocence and everything. It's almost unfathomable what this movie does, and just to give it our regular just doesn't do it justice. So over 1 billion. Over 1 billion to me is like It has the charismatic of the most brilliant of movies ever, and I'm not surprised they never made this into a full-length film. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It's unfathomable they didn't do this.
If only those sequels and remakes could.
That is true.
Anywhere close.
Yes.
No, but they don't go anywhere near capturing the magic of this.
Yes.
Unless it's Star Trek 2 or Terminator 2, the sequels are never better.
That is true. It be like the pinnacle of Steven Spielberg or whatever those famous directors doesn't come near close to what this film has done, and the scope and depth of what the storytelling and what the allegory that which you elegantly described of this film. So yeah,
packed into 90 little seconds.
Yes, 90 little seconds.
92.
Yes, 92.
92 little seconds. Wow.
Yeah. Breathtaking.
Layers.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, that does bring us to the end of this episode.
Yes.
Nate, why don't you tell us where we can... Why don't you give us, your shameless self-promotion?
I am so good at that. My spiritual gift. You know what? For once, Jimmy, I'll let you handle the shameless self-promotion. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, okay? Wow. You got it done way faster than I ever could.
I've heard of speed running, but that's ridiculous.
That was crazy. Good job,
wow.
Jimmy.
That's the equivalent of beating like Mega Man X in like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Is that the current world record? I think that's the current world record. And he didn't need a glitch to do it.
Amazing. So yeah, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode.
Yes.
This was a special episode, so I'm not 100% certain what's airing immediately. What's going to air the episode after this, but join us for whatever that is. But in the meantime, this has been Drew.
This is Jacob.
This is Nate. And Jimmy from NASA.
And we'll catch you in the next frame.
To follow Jacob and Drew's individual internet exploits, check out the Linktree links in the show notes. You can email us at thecellcastpodcast@gmail.com, follow us on Twitter or X at @cast_cell, follow our Facebook page, The Cellcast Podcast, and join our Facebook group, The Cell Nation, our YouTube channel, Cellcast, and our Rumble channel, The Cellcast Gaming. You can join us every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central for our live recordings of our episodes on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. You can also join Drew on those same streaming channels on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central for gaming streams. You can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else fine podcasts can be downloaded from. Please rate and review us where you found us. Our theme song is Drop and Roll by Silent Partner. Our bad movie theme is It's Party Time by Gregory Snegoff, with additional audio from the film Titanic: The Legend Goes On, and remember, that's Cell with a single L.
April Fool!